Hello, Musto0063 back for the second secret video. Secret? What? The second extra video of I Want to Get Cultured. And last time I did, or showed off random mode, so this time I'm going to show off Bifficult mode. And yeah, it looks like there are indeed red spikes everywhere to add extra difficulty. And yeah, if I so choose, I could go to the left and bung on a whole bunch of extra mechanics like random mode or inverted controls or whatnot. But you know what? I think the addition of a whole bunch of red spikes is going to add sufficient difficulty in itself that I'm not going to put on any extra mechanics if that's okay with you. Yeah, I just yeah, I don't want to make this ridiculously difficult. I showed off showed off random mode anyway last video, and indeed all the extra mechanics. Whoa! Thank you for that, troll, and indeed all the extra mechanics, so I don't think there's any need to show that off, and I don't want to make this any more difficult on myself. Although so far, it's going reasonably well and doesn't seem to be adding anything. I'm sure that's just a fluke, or the tide will turn soon enough, but yeah. Yeah, well, I'm sure it will at some point, but yeah, not so much at the moment. Although this, okay, so this jumps a little bit. I've got to do this jump a little bit differently. Sorry, with that spike in there, because I've got to angle the jump a bit better. Okay, so yeah, here's obviously where it all falls apart. I want to be the dark blue. Now, having got past that jump, let's see if the rest is okay. And I'm just noticing as well at the bottom, although I'm not quite sure why. Or unless that's obviously just something else that's been added to what is you know, a very hard mode or whatever. Damn it! That there are far fewer bullet bills being fired at the bottom, which means you've got to be a bit more exacting with your timing here, because you haven't got. Yeah, you've got far fewer to land on. Okay, it doesn't look like it's too bad anyway, but yeah, there were definitely more of them. Yes. Well, I'm pretty sure anyway, unless my memory's completely failing me. More on the on the first time I played that screen. Yes. Ah, no. But oh, anyway, the fact that I died gives you the chance to see, and for me to actually finally point out that this is I Want to Be the Sunflower Fairy. You can see there in the top right. It was, I think, possibly the only one, as I said in my previous video, the only one of screen of stage 1 that I didn't point out what the game was from. And I planned to do it in my last video, the random mode, but wouldn't you just know it, the random mode mechanic decided to put Spotlight on. For this screen, which meant that the top was pitch black and you couldn't see it. So yeah, there it is. I Want to Be the Sunflower Fairy. I pointed it out. Right, let's not die to this last one this time. Well, not last one. There's a between jump there. Oh, hang on a minute. No, that's not a platform, is it? No. Wasn't quite the last jump. There was a between jump there, between spike jump there to pull off, but no, managed it anyway. And there was an invisible wall, I believe, around that save, so I couldn't have saved until I got through it. Yes. Okay, what's the time like? Just coming up, well, just after 3.5 minutes. Okay, so, well, I guess based on that, my opinion thus far is that the red spikes are, you know, definitely adding an extra element of difficulty, but not a substantial amount so far. I don't know if that's going to change. He says as he dies on a red spike on this screen. I don't know if that's going to change by the end of this stage, or indeed what it has done already on this screen, or you know, further through the game. But yeah, I imagine that after a certain point in time in the game that the red spikes just start becoming absolutely ridiculous. I mean, from what we've seen so far, you know, stage 1, they're still leaving, you know, pretty big areas of space, you know, for you to traverse through. But if you think to some of the screens in stage 5 and 6, you're kind of thinking, or certainly I am anyway, how the hell could you possibly make that more difficult or more intricate? You're having to kind of pull off almost pixel perfect looking jumps already. How on earth, yes, could you make that more difficult? I mean, again, look at in these screens. There's tons of room, yeah, to get round. But yeah, I'm just having flashbacks to some of the screens in Stage 6, thinking, well, I don't see what on earth you could do to that. I'm sure they've managed to find something, but heaven only knows what. Whoops. Okay, and after a bit of a bit of a hiccup on the Lizard Man master screen, seemed to be a. Of course, this screen's now going to be another hiccup, but yeah, the two after that, or the two after the Lizard Man master one, weren't so bad. Ow! I tell you what, jumps like a death like that's got nothing to do with well, I suppose it has technically, because there's a red spike on the floor there that I felt like I had to do that jump slightly differently, but other kind of spikes that I'm going to die on that are nothing to do with nothing to do with the red ones are likely to bugger like that. I mean, again, I suppose it's a red spike that's causing me to make that jump in a slightly different way, but yeah. But yeah, they're going to be the ones that really irritate me more than anything else, because obviously it's just the normal stage, and you feel like, you know, okay, there's extra added difficulty, but you want to die to those things, or you can kind of more accept dying to those things rather than. Let's see if I can. Yeah, that's a bit better. Well, that should mean I save a bit of time there anyway. Whoops. Okay, yeah. Where on earth was I going with that train of thought? Yeah, you can accept you can accept dying to like these red ones now because they're adding extra difficulty, but not on this screen anyway. The white ones, because they were there previously. You've already cleared that, so you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to come a cropper. Yes, on those ones, but it's a bit, or orange ones on this screen, but it's a bit of a. Although that is my way of thinking, it's a bit silly, really, because you know, not dying to anything other than the added difficulty implies that I would clear the screens flawlessly. Whoa, no. You know, previously, which is obviously not the case. You know, I mean, I'm going to be, you know, you would have seen numerous times, multiple times, humongous amounts of times, you know, during obviously my Let's Play, that I would have died to, you know, just normal spikes. So to now have the mindset of thinking that a bit like that, although that one was stupid, whichever way you slice it. Yeah, to now think it's only got to be like a red spike or something that I die to is yeah, in my book, a silly way of thinking, but it's very hard to snap out of that mindset. But we're not doing too well. I'm not doing too badly thus far. I think I've got 4 screens left. So this one, Tribute, Justice, and the Guy. Although that does not look nice. I didn't like these this rope mechanic thing all that much regularly, but that looks like it could be the most irritating thing thus far. And yeah, the problem there is the kid automatically ascends the blue rope, vine, whatever the hell you want to call it. So almost that first jump onto the blue thing is awkward, because you can't. Well, you've got to almost. Yeah, a bit like that. You've got to kind of like jump. Feel like you've got to jump off it almost immediately. So I suspect I'm going to die quite a few times by just not even grabbing the rope to start with, because yeah, the kid's going to ascend damn quick, and there's a set of red spikes right there at the beginning. And there you go again. I didn't grab the rope, which is stupid, but it's what's going to happen when I'm cautious. And I'm not actually pressing up at the moment. The couple of times where I've managed to loop round that spike, so I need to. make sure I do that. Although again, there's another set of spikes up there that I'm equally terrified about running into. Yes! So, well, who cares now anyway? It's done. Whoa! Ah, damn it! Held up way too long on that screen, on that screen, on that rope. Yes. Okay, so leaving aside my introduction to this, which probably took about half a minute or so, I've cleared all but 3 screens in 10 minutes. So, damn it. Here's hoping that I can complete stage 1 within 20 minutes. Okay, and this one, obviously, there aren't red spikes, they're red piranha plants, yeah. Interesting, you can add obstacles that are, or obviously add, bugger it! No, I missed the platform at or missed the solid ground at the very end, because I certainly did not mean to do that. I meant to just land on the ledge or the platform and then drop off and have my double jump at a lot nicer point in time than I did there, but oh, can I make up for it? No, I can't, because I'm going to stupidly jump too soon on that double platform area, and whoa, and yeah, missed the platform, or what? Something weird's going on with these platforms at the bottom. There's a feeling of having to wait here for this platform. You know, the extra red piranha plants are making me feel like I've got to wait for that platform right at the bottom to behave, or not behave, but you know, come to a specific area. So that's a bit annoying. Right, let's yeah, thank you. Right, that's what I wanted to do, and have my double jump at a much nicer time. Right, Jesus. Okay, so yes, with just 2 screens left. I don't know how difficult these ones are going to be. I don't know why I hesitated in making that jump. That seemed like a really stupid thing to do. Okay, yeah, I think almost now, unless either of these screens takes an absolutely ridiculous amount of time, bugger, I might well try and now clear stage 1. So, and we'll call. I've done it again. I waited, I hesitated, and didn't make the full jump. God only knows why. Particularly since like 30 seconds before I'd said that I needed to do it. But yeah, anyway, back to what I was trying to get out was okay, yeah, my thoughts, I suppose, now that we are pretty much hopefully approaching the end of stage 1. Yes, the red spikes definitely have added some yeah, extra degree of difficulty and intricacy, but not a huge amount, at least so far. As I say, later stages, I'm sure it's just going to start. It would just get ridiculous, but I can live with this. Done it again. What is wrong with me? Maybe that's what's wrong with me, in that if I don't hold back a little bit, that I run into that spike. No, that's fine. That jump there was fine. Whoa. Yes. Ugh. Oh well, anyway, there's the second. This bit is obviously I wouldn't exactly call it a halfway point, a halfway save point. That bit's yeah, much nicer. Get ready to run. To avoid the what? There's only one way I can even think about clearing this now. I can't go on the floor because the fire's going to rise up far too soon. I've got to... Is that even pop? Well, it must be, I presume, then. Since you blocked off the upper path, I've got to go under this spike. And in between... Oh, in between the yeah. Oh, and land on the... Yeah, between the spike and the fire... And land on this platform. Oh, dear. Ugh. That's not nice. And those two downward moving fruit just after the spike look like they're going to be right in the damn way as well. Getting in between that is a bugger, and I'm probably gonna die to the spike probably a lot more. I know I just died to the fire twice in a row, but I would imagine I'm probably gonna die to the, well, maybe not. Who knows? I'd have thought ordinarily the spike, because the tendency is to, again, not go so low. But whoa! All right, blimey, I'll take that.
Is this another child like I wanna be the pickle, suck my wienership face. God
what?
Whatever, I'll just jump on you and crush all your tiny little bones.
What? You can miss? Whoa. Okay. I'm glad I caught that on. Glad I caught footage of that. Wow. Okay. You can miss. Interesting. Well, that amazingly didn't take too long. That was a pretty good show. Okay, I've got to clear this bit just for... Yay. Just had to clear that bit because that looked quite fun. But yeah, okay, I'll leave it there. It'll be quite a little bit of a shorter video, actually, well before 20 minutes, because amazingly enough, this went extraordinarily well. But yeah, I say that's all you're going to see from that. I may well kind of just do this on my own time or whatever, just over time. I might keep going back to it and see how far I can get, or eventually maybe clear the game. I don't know, who knows. It might get way too difficult for me to do that, or just way too irritating for me to feel like I want to do it. But yeah, at some point I may upload a tag another video on somewhere along the line just to say, hey, I've got to this point in time. It probably won't be until, it'll probably either be when if I get to complete the game, or when I just say, right, enough's enough. But yeah, some point down the line I may post something that just says I've got to this point in time. But yeah, that's probably all it for this one. Yeah, I will do one last extra video, and that will be showing off some possible mode. So I won't say too much about it, extra about it now. I'll go into further details about that next time. But yeah, that's what will be coming up. What will almost certainly be the last video in my main Let's Play anyway. Of I Want to Get Cultured. So yeah, if you'd like to see me show off some possible mode, shoot it next time. Cheerio. 23,000 deaths and 19 hours of why the hell am I still doing this later? But stage 5 of Bifficult mode is clear. And by the way, I don't know what this screen looks like to you, but compared to the rest of stage 5, this was the proverbial doddle. This was an absolute walk in the park compared to the rest of stage 5, or maybe all but a couple of screens of stage 5. And there is the glorious moment where I got past the last spike and hit the save point, and my sense of relief was just immeasurable. And as you can see here, Rainbow Miku Tyson's eyeballs have gone all funny, as which indeed all the bosses did on Bifficult mode. But yeah, as if he can't quite believe that I've made it this far, and frankly, neither could I. This is indeed the end of stage 5. And as you can see up there, I did include this time during the recording, or the window of recording, that there is indeed a death counter and a time counter on this game. I didn't include them during the main Let's Play because I kind of felt it was a blind run through there, and I thought, well, this could get really embarrassing. So I thought, if I'm going to be spending ages and dying and over again, then I'll save myself just that little bit of embarrassment. But yes, stage 6 is there. This is from about a week ago, so I think this is the weekend of the 5th and the 6th of July, so it's not too long ago that I got here, and as well as you can see from the time count up there, this has taken absolutely flipping ages. And I got to admit, I'm a little bit in two minds as to what to do now. Do I just kind of stop here, or do I continue on and try and complete the game? Because I'm right almost by the end, actually, having got this far. There's only about probably 20 screens left to go, but the problem is I've just been getting so frustrated with particularly stage 5 of this mode that I don't want it to in any way ruin the real fun time I had during the Let's Play of this, and for for this difficult mode to completely sour my enjoyment of the game, because this is a fabulous game. This has been one of my absolute favourites, up there with Boshi and Brysol for me. So I don't want to get really, really frustrated with this. I've got to that point already, unfortunately, with difficult mode, but as you say, it is bloody difficult. So yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to continue on with this. Possibly, and if I do, I will post an update whenever, or if indeed whenever I get to the clear the whole lot or whatever. But yeah, the long and short of it is it's taken a lot of time and effort to get here, and an awful lot of frustration. And yeah, I really like this game, and yeah, I don't want to get pissed off with it. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of show you where I got up to on Bifficult mode.